I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into, because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently, because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
I was like, I'm not putting those costumes on again. I can't sing those songs again.
You were
like,
done.
I was like, I can't. I was like, I love y'all. I can't do it. I was like, there's no way. And then I was trying to go to sleep that night, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the right decision. I think we should set a better example and kind of like celebrate their lives, you know what I mean? And try to like not let hate or like violence or any kind of darkness of that magnitude win in the scenario.
Helpful is an interesting term. He was specific about it. He proceeded to walk me through the first draft of the screenplay that he had in his possession. And it was highlighted, dog-eared, annotated, noted, paper clips involved. He took me through every item in the script that he had a problem with or a comment on or felt needed more explanation in order to make real.
I said I was grateful to Edward for writing that in the story. I just thought that was such a nice addition to this story that normally in these sort of action-y stories you have, or even sometimes in The Lord of the Rings, you know, you'd cut to me and I was waiting behind for my loved one, but you know, and I was, you know, the female strength behind this man, but in this one I actually got to like be like, come on, get in this truck, here we go. And we went on this amazing adventure together, and you see how much they affect and help each other, and so that's good.
Well, the character is the kind of character that appears in many different kinds of American films, in westerns and in contemporary dramas. It's a common character. All of the characters are very simple kinds of archetypical characters.
I said, when he got the job, I said, oh, can I be in it? And he was like, of course, you can play my wife. And then he starts writing, and like a month later, he genuinely sat me down and he's like, honey, I'm having a little bit of hesitation about actually casting you because you're too, like, likable. Oh. And I took it as a compliment. But he's like, you're just bubbly, and I don't want anyone wanting us to be together. And I said, I can be unlikable. Welcome to the next week of your life.
He really understands actors, and so he allows you to really create your character within, you know, the boundaries of making the movie, and with the script and everything. And so he's very free, so he allows you to come up with a lot of things, and he comes up with a lot of things, so it's very collaborative. He's a joy to work with.
Well, I wasn't gonna ask him because too much was riding. I mean, I don't know how you are, your parents, but he could have folded me if he had said something off color, and he's an off color character, so I basically had him set up a web camera and then watched him watch the whole movie. Uh-huh. And, you know, he didn't say much, but I know he felt like I saw him, you know? Like I really saw him, like I got him. Right. And was very teary-eyed, and it's a love letter, so it was felt that way.
Those are the records that my parents played when I was growing up. In the 90s, they played nothing but Isley Brothers, Temptations, all the way to gangster rap, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, so that was the influence. I said my first album, my debut, I wanted to make an album like this, but I wasn't confident enough, so I had to go back and say, you know what, I want to do it this time around.
So when I was 8
years old.
I went to, my dad's a doctor, and I went to
What kind of doctor is Dad?
An
Internist?
infertility specialist.
Oh, infertility, yeah, we talked about that before,
Yes.
yeah.
And so they were demonstrating laser surgery on like a store-bought chicken, like just a regular old Purdue, you know. And
This is a new way to prepare the chicken?
no, they were just showing how laser surgery is done. And I was like, that's just so mean. That's so unnecessary to kill a chicken for that. And then I was like, well, I'm eating chicken and I don't have to. And meet in general, so.
So it was a matter of conscience.
Yeah, ever since then.
We're very, very happy. It's just like whatever you do, you know, if you change a diaper and you put one down, it's like you have to do it all over again. And that's when they're having, you know, when they're in a good mood. But if they're having like a little tantrum, it's at the same time. And then like you put one to sleep because we're sleep training right now.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
Sleep training twins is no joke because
how do
you
you
put
do
one to
that?
sleep and you lay him down and the other one has been asleep, but then that one wakes up and then the other one wakes up, so then everybody's crying, then my husband and I are crying. You're like, oh my God.
So I'm a 33-year-old man, and, you know, I say at least 4 to 5 times a day, just to myself, under my breath, you just kind of say, I don't like it. And it's so applicable. You have it. I know you have it.
Yeah,
I know you have it.
It's a junket. You did a press junket with
not
Jeremy Renner,
intentional.
and they asked you some
This just
question.
happens.
Yeah, watch this. This is a real clip.
And if you would have to choose a theme song for the Avengers, maybe for the next movie, which one would you pick?
God, I don't like it.
I think what was so amazing, I mean, I couldn't, when I got sent the script, I think I was doing a film in Bulgaria and wasn't really told very much about it and just was sent the script. And I really couldn't believe that this really was actually based on a real Jane Austen novella because it felt so extreme and so funny. And I'd not, in my limited travels with Jane Austen, come across it being, nearly so kind of envelope pushing, actually.
I have, at one point or the other in the 19 years I've been in this country, I tried every cosmetic line that were available in the Western world. And what was happening is that I was getting really very frustrated with the lack of products that were available in the market for women of color. So
Yes, Joe. Wait, well, who was that bachelor?
I think his name was Jordan Rodgers.
Oh, the quarterback. Yes, Aaron Rodgers' brother.
He had fabulous hair.
Uh-huh.
And my poor young daughter was mesmerized by the flip of his hair. And I didn't trust the guy at all.
Trust no one.
I trust no one.
That's right.
I actually did make creme caramel.
You made creme caramel? How did you make creme caramel in those in that situation?
You melt sugar, and I learned that you couldn't really melt sugar in the plastic dishes that you could buy to cook in,
right?
Because it melted the plastic, because the sugar gets too hot, blah 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 blah. So I did find a dish underneath a plant, like a drip. Like it was like a little soup bowl that they used to have there. So I used the soup bowl, and it made perfect creme caramel. And,
this is ingenious. Where did you get the caramel?
It seems like every year there's a new generation that discovers it. But now, enough time's gone by where, kids will come up to me and say, hey, wow, did you, whoa, are you Joey's dad? And I think with one kid, I actually said, scram. Scram came out of my mouth. I was like, maybe I am. I don't know.
I said, I called them and I said, I love it. I absolutely love it. Every cell of me wants to be a part of this. Wow. And they said, guess what? What? And I said, what? And they said, Clint Eastwood wants to star and direct. Whoa. And I fell off my chair. Not almost fell off my chair. I fell off my chair.
Fell off your chair?
Yeah.
I would too.
Just when you think something can't get better and it does.
Yeah. So you